Did you know that the animals depicted on the Red Bull emblem are not cows but rather a particular breed of cow known as Gaur? Perhaps because everyone wants wings, Red Bull is the most widely consumed energy drink in the world. These straightforward red and blue cans have a lot more history because they were the first energy drink to enter the market back in the 1980s. So pop it and open and enjoy these 19 amazing Red Bull facts. 1. Dietrich Mateschitz, an Austrian businessman, founded Red Bull in 1987. 2. Creating Diet, a Thai beverage that was marketed to truckers who needed a drink to get them through their long shifts, was the original form of Red Bull. 3. Red Bull has sold more than 40 billion cans, more than 5 billion of which were sold in 2013. 4. Red Bull sponsors and hosts adrenaline-pumping events and sports, but they also host a paper airplane tournament called Paper Wings. 5. All of the Red Bull cans can be recycled. Additionally, instead of having many locations, the manufacturing is done in one area, saving 80% of renewable resources. 6. The Red Bull original blend was sweeter than the European variation. 7. Mateschitz paid low-lying college students to host parties in unusual places in order to develop a cult following among younger people. On the way back to school, he would give them enough Red Bull to tie to the top of their vehicles. 8. The Red Bull can's logo is a type of cow called a Gaur, not a cow. 9. Red Bull has its own record label, which is naturally called Red Bull Records. AWOL Nation is the group that has the most fans on the label. 10. The Dolomite, dubbed the world's toughest team relay race, was the first sporting event organized by Red Bull. Running, paragliding, whitewater kayaking, and mountain biking are all part of the competition. 11. Red Bull has the same 80 milligrams of caffeine as a standard cup of coffee, despite numerous health claims to the contrary. There are 330 milligrams in a 16-ounce Starbucks can. 12. The 2008 released Red Bull Cola is comprised entirely of natural components. 13. Red Bull wasn't made available in the United States until 1997. It made its debut in California as the first state. 14. Red Bull invented the energy drink industry as the first beverage ever produced. 15. Red Bull was accused of using the tagline "Red Bull gives you wings" in misleading advertising in 2014. One customer claimed that despite using Red Bull for 10 years, he had never developed wings or improved his athletic abilities. It ultimately resulted in a $13 million lawsuit. 16. Red Bull launched a professional skydiver into space in a helium balloon in 2012, where he used a parachute to land 24 miles above the planet. Without using an engine, the jumper became the first human to breach the sound barrier. 17. Formula One VIPs can only purchase a certain brand of Red Bull. 18. Red Bull hosts the annual Wings for Life running event to support paraplegia and spinal cord injury research. 19. Red Bull has offices in 171 nations and employs about 12,000 people globally.